Hello, today we're going to be talking about using color sensors and we're going to use this FTC SIM. My recommendation is that you log in with your Google email address as you did before, and it'll save some of your old work. And I'm going to show you how that's going to help you. So we are going down to FTC sensors, and I'm just going to go to the first one here. All right, Okay, so right now, this is kind of how you're going to start. And if you take a look at this program, this little square here is going to turn red or blue, and it opens up a gate. So watch, if it's red, you have to turn right and go into here. And if it's blue, you have to turn left and go into here. And it randomizes. And if your color sensor is working, it'll know what to do. And the same program will work for either. All right, you never quite know. There's blue again, red. You never quite know which one it's going to do. So what I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to pull a little trick. I'm going to go back to some old work because remember we did that running with encoders, and I want to use encoders. So watch what I do. I'm just going to, well, actually, I'm always going to save first before I leave. I'm going to go back to one of our old projects right here, FTC movement. And I know that in here I had some good code for my encoders to make it move around. This doesn't have to do anything with the sensor, just getting it to move around. So I see right here, I liked this code. It worked really well. Watch what I do. I'm going to click it and hit Control-C. Now I'm going to go back and I can actually use that code over here. It's a good trick, and you're going to use this a few times to make your lives a lot easier because once you've built the code, you should be able to copy and paste it. So let's see here. I'm going to go back to where I was, get rid of this. Let's take a look at the code. And first thing I'm going to do, oops, there's some random bit here, is I'm going to click over here, hit Control-V, and look, I have my encoders back. I'm just going to leave this down here for now. Okay, so now it's time to start building out my my code here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make it where it'll drive forward. And I'm going to use my encoders for this. Now, if you want to use dead reckoning, that's fine too. We're going to have it drive until it senses something. So, or actually I just want to drive here and stop and sense it. So I'm going to use my encoders, but once again, if you want to use dead reckoning, that's fine too. Where's my functions? I'm going to grab this. I'm going to put it right up here. Actually, I'm going to put it, yeah, before we start our while loop. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you. All right, and just like before, I'm going to put some numbers here. TTT, copy, duplicate that, oops, and duplicate it. They're down here. I hate how it puts it in some random little spot. So I'm going to have it go not too fast because I don't want it to skid. I'm going to make it half speed. I'm going to make it, maybe that's maybe 1,500 ticks. We're going to find out in a moment. That works because I have to drive to the sensor first. Then I can do other stuff. So let's see here. I'm going to run it. Oh, it's spinning in a circle because I forgot to reverse one of my motors. I'm going to set my motor left to direction reverse in the initialization. All right, now it should go forward and then stop. Yeah, that was not far enough. It's probably going to have to be 2,500 ticks for each motor. Let's see here. Still not far enough. How annoying. Because we want the robot to get on top of that color and then stop. And then we're going to program it to sense it. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I did hit that thing. That does not mean I've won anything. Now I'm ready to sense it. So now we need to set up our sensor. So you're going to find everything in two places. There's this one where we have a color sensor, and then we have down here under where is it? Math, utility, or maybe not. Maybe we can just use that one. All right, so we're going to use this color sensor. All right, and the other one is under I've lost it now. Hold on. Yes, the other place is under utilities, and we're going to use this color too for code. So there's two different places we're going to be getting code from. All right. So what we want to do is we're going to focus on this right up here, and we're going to do it while this is going. This is the while loop. So this is going looping continually forever because we want to always be sensing once it gets there. All right. So when it senses, we're going to go up here to my color, and we're going to create a variable to hold the color first. So I go down to variables. I'm going to create one called sensed color. And I'm going to hit OK. So we are going to set sensed color. This is going to hold the color that we sent so we can use it for other stuff. All right, so I created a variable, and I'm going to set it to, I'm going to go here to color. I'm going to be RGB to color. That's the one I want. Because what's going to happen is this sensor is going to get three values, a red, a green, and a blue. All right. And now that I've got that, right now it's giving us some values. We want to sense it. So I'm going to go over here to my color sensor. We're going to get color 1, and it's going to be set to red. Can I make this a little bit bigger? Let me shrink this so you can see it. All right, then I'm going to do the same thing. Well, let's see. I'm going to set color 1 to green. And then I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to set it to blue. All right, so now I have this variable called sensed color, and that's going to be holding some information I'm going to use later on. All right, because we want to get to the hue value. The hue value is what we're going to mess with to help the computer make a decision. And it's going to use the reflection of light from red, green, and blue to get that for you. So my next step is I want to know what the computer is seeing. So I'm going to use the telemetry, which is down here. Let me move me over here. See ya. So it's down here under, move this too. I believe it is under here. It's under utilities. I'm going to go to telemetry, and we're going to call some telemetry, and we're going to call a number. I believe that should work, hopefully. And I'm just going to put this right here. Actually, I got to put it up here, not down there. I'm going to put it right here, and we're going to call this the hue value. All right, that's what it's going to be listed as. It's going to be right up here. It's going to be right up there. And then the number we want is the number that comes from this. So what I need to do is go to my color, and I am going to, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. I am going to get color.hue and put it as what it's going to grab. And then I'm going to get my sensed color variable in there. All right, this is my encoders. I don't need this. So now I can test this out. The telemetry is going to tell me what the computer is seeing, what I can work with. So this would show up on your driver hub in real life. So I'm going to run it, and let's see. Uh-oh, nothing is showing up here. So I got a problem. What could it be? Telemetry is updating. What am I missing? Maybe I'll make sure I'll save it. Oh, there it is. 140. Okay, that's good. Let's run it again. Hue value, 140. Okay, so I'll make a little note. When it gets red, the value I'm getting is 140. Let's see if I can get a blue to show up here. Nope, I want blue. There it is. Now when blue goes, it's getting, 140. That's not good because it should be getting something different. So let's see if I can figure out what's going on here. Maybe it's not going quite onto the color. Maybe I'm going to move this forward just a little bit. Maybe move it forward a few more ticks and see if it's registering. I think the, let's see, 227. I think the 140 was the gray floor. All right, so when it hits blue, the value is 227. Awesome. Let's see if I can get a red. Or let's leave blue again. 227. Okay, so it's sensing it. Let's see what red is. And red is 0. Okay, that's good. So now I have two values to deal with. So I know that it's working. When it's red, it's 0. And when it's blue, it's 2. What was it? It is 2. Let's see, give it a second. 227. Okay. So now I need to create an if statement to tell it which way to go if it has that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to logic and grab an if. I'm going to pick one of these first. Let's see here. If, and I'm going to go back over. I want to get this color dot hue. Actually, maybe I can just copy it. Oh, yeah. If my sense, hold on. I got to go to math and get my, I need to get my Boolean here. This is what I want. So I'm going to put this right here. If this number, now by the way, this up here, just so we know, now we're actually going to use it. Color.hue, color, sensed color. All right. And once you get it, you can duplicate it. If it equaled, it was, all right, I'm going to go to math. I'm going to get a number here. If it equaled 0, that meant it was red, right? So if it's red, I want it to go right. I want it to turn right and then move. So I'm going to go down and use my encoders. Now, once again, you can use dead reckoning for this, but I don't want to do that. There's my functions. So let's see here. Actually, you know what? I can just duplicate this dude and change my numbers. All right, so I want it to turn right. So my left target is going to go forward, I don't know, let's say 1,000. And my left one is going to go minus 1,000. I want that so it turns. I'm going to go nice and slow. So let's see what happens now when I run this. All right, if it senses red, it should turn. Oops, I forgot to make it minus. To make it turn, one wheel goes forward, the other goes negative, goes in reverse. Let's see. Turn. Oops, it turned the wrong way. Made it go the wrong way. I'm going to make my right one go negative. And it did not turn quite far enough. So I'm going to make this like 1,800. And by the way, in real life, this will be different. But for the sim, it should work. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it turns the right amount. Oh, wait, blue I haven't done yet. I need to do it on a red. There we go. Okay, red. See if it turns. Yes. And I just need to go forward now. So I'm going to duplicate this one again and have it go right here. I don't think it needs to go quite 4,000. I'm going to make it 3,000. Looks like my code is getting on top of itself. So I'm going to put this out here. This drive with encoder, I can just use this. I just kind of ignore it off to the side. All right, let's see. I need a red. Nope, I need red. Okay. Let's see. So it's going to turn. Now that it has sensed it as 0, it's going to turn and then hopefully go forward. Boom. Now, if it's blue, it ain't going to work because I haven't coded out that option. So watch what I do. I'm going to, once again, right-click it and duplicate it. And this time, I'm looking at my telemetry. This is like what it's sensing is 227. If it equals 227, I'm going to reverse it. Turn the other way. So positive 800 for my right target, minus 800. And this should actually just make it go straight. So let's see. Run it. Okay, blue. Turn it, and it goes forward. Bam. All right, we got it. So now this is ready. And if you're working on this, you would take this, copy, you would do a screen snip of this code also, and then go to the next one. Once again, if you don't want to do the drive with encoder, you can do dead reckoning. It's just more grunt work. This is pretty easy. If you've done this already, copy and paste it from the old one. And if you logged in, you should have that, okay? So this is the basics of it. Now, the next one, let me make sure I save this because I don't want to lose it. The next one, so I have to do, so just a quick review, set the direction of verb reverse. This is going to make it drive to where the color is. And this is where it senses it. This is where the telemetry, that's where it's like a little window for us to see what the computer is seeing, all right? And what's happening is this variable, sensed color, which we built down here, is holding all this information about the color. And then we're going to crunch it into a number called the hue of the sensed color. And that's why we're using that. Once we have that working, we can use an if statement, and we use this exact same, the color hue of the sensed color that we got earlier. We're going to use that to make a decision. Either turn right and go straight or turn left and go straight. All right, so I'm going to take a look at the next one. Oh, wait, hold on. Shoot. One thing I would recommend is I'm going to pause this for just a moment. Okay, so here I am on the next one. It's a different puzzle, but guess what? I can kind of use the same stuff. I already grabbed my encoder codes, and I actually made little turn right and turn left functions too. That's my, don't work hard, work smart. Now remember, I copied it from the other one, so I'm going to paste it here. Oops, that is not it. I got to go back and paste it. So what all I do is I go back. Actually, always make sure you save first. I'm going to go back. Go back here to that first one I did. Color sense. And I'm going to copy all that code I got. I already grabbed the encoder code, but it's still there. This other code, and I can just mess with it, and I don't have to start from scratch every time. So watch what I do. I'm just going to go over here, select this block of code, copy it, Control C. Now I'm going to run it, and I think I can just go to the next one here. Make sure this works still. Turn and go. Yes. Oh my God, it's so slow. There we go. I think my sleep is too long on these. I can adjust that. All right. All right, go to the next one. So I had actually copied that big block of code. So watch what I do now. It's a nice little shortcut. You can do this with every one going forward, so you don't have to start from scratch. I'm just going to get rid of this. So this is my encoder stuff, just to make it move around. This has nothing to do with the color sensor. Watch what I do. I'm just going to click out here and hit Control V, and boom, all that code has shown up. It looks like it grabbed the encoder code also. So I'm just going to get rid of that. And down here, there's like some random extra. Okay, so now, right now, let's see if this still works. Oops. Now I just have to go to this thing. Oh, I have to make it drive forward. Oops. Let's grab. Okay, it's going to make me redo this. That's okay. Robot functions. I want it to drive forward. I'm going to get some numbers here to put in. I hate how it floats it in the middle of nowhere. All right. All right, so I'm going to have it go forward. I think that's not very far. I'm going to say 1,000 again. And then let's say the speed was 0.5. Let's see if that works. Oh, not far enough. When will I learn? Let's make this 2,000. The robot has to be like on top of that first. It has to drive to it. Let's see the telemetry. 180. And I think that's still just the gray. All right, let's take another look here. Let's make it 2,500. It's annoying. But this is what's nice about using the encoders, is you can just kind of mess with it here. If you're doing dead reckoning, you have to do both. All right, here we go. Run it. 227. That's good. That's the blue. Okay, so now I pretty much have everything I need, and I'm just going to put the directions in here. All right, so if it's blue, I'm going to have it turn right. Let me go to my functions. let's see, turn right. And then I want to go forward. I'm going to duplicate this block up here. Actually, no, I want it to turn left, don't I? Oops, it's going to turn left. If it's blue, oops, I'm putting this in the wrong place. All right, because this is my blue one down here. The red I can do later. So let's see here. And once you do one side, usually it's pretty easy to do the other. So all right, if I'm going to turn right, robot functions. So I want it to turn left if it senses blue. Then I want it to drive a little ways. Then I want it to turn right to go up here. And then I want it to go, oops, doggone it. I'm going to turn left, go straight, turn right, go straight some more. I think it's going to be further than 2,500. It's probably going to be like 4,000. All right, let's see if that works so far. It's not going to finish it. Let's see. All right, it senses the blue. It's going to turn left. Good. All right, then it's going to, oh, that did not go far enough. I'm going to make this 3,500. And this is why you got to kind of check it as you go. All right, it's going to turn left. Boom, that's pretty good. And then it's going to turn right, and that's going to go straight. And then, ooh, I just want it to turn right again. So I'm going to duplicate that. Then I want it to go straight across here. Oh, this is a lot of code. This is why the encoders are nice. And this is a really long way, so I'm going to say maybe 10,000 ticks. All right, and then it's going to turn left again. This, if you have your code kind of built out, it's not hard to do. Let's see how it works now. Let's see, it senses 240 and it turns. Wait, 240. Oh, that's 227. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Wigged out on me. Let's see. Oop, I want blue. Give me blue. 240. Why is it giving me 240? All right, I'm going to change that to 240 over here. All right, now it's going, oh, I made this 1,000 instead of 10,000. Here we go. Turn left, and then I'm going to have it just go forward a little bit more. All right, and this is just like having it map out. Once it makes its decision, you're good to go. It has to be blue for now. All right. Now there's something wrong going with my hue value over here, so I have to fix that. But that's how it's done. It can make a decision. It's turning left, and we made it, kind of. I have to tweak that code. All right, but this is how you use a color sensor. Once again, you drive onto the sensor, then during the while loop, because we want it constantly checking, all right, we create this variable called sensed color that's going to hold these things together, all right? Then the telemetry is just our little window in the computer. It lets us see what value we're getting. And the hue value is the number we want to use because it's using light to get these three values. Essentially, it's reflecting light off of the ground. Then we create two if statements, one for red, one for blue, and then you just tell it what to do inside that if statement and it gets there. All right. Sometimes when it gets here, it'll read another color and that's super annoying, like 26, and don't worry about that. All right. I hope this helps.